Hey beautiful souls, it's Rachel here from A Bridge to Tranquility, and today it is the 2nd of February 2021, and I wanted to do us a lovely monthly overview reading to give us just an idea of how the energy this month is going to be working with us or potentially against us. I'm going to be breaking it down into 6 categories. So first I'm going to be breaking down the elementary rulers of each of our zodiac signs. So I'm going to be starting with air, going into water, going into earth, and going into fire. Really, really good to check over all of these that relate to any form of your sun, moon, or ascendant sign. And then the final 2 categories that have been given to me to really, really hone into is how the feminine energy is going to affect us this month and how the masculine energy is going to affect us. So I'm going to get into that. I may do some intuitive channeling as well. And if you're not following us already on Instagram, that is where our main community lives. A lot of free lives, a lot of information about the moon phases, things like that. Just a whole lot of fun. Please do go over there and head over to there on Instagram. It is at A Bridge to Tranquility. Otherwise, we're going to get going. So we're going to be beginning with air signs. So air signs are covering Aquarius energy, Libra energy, and Gemini energy. I don't know why. I don't know why I stopped talking then. Sorry guys. And Gemini energy. So for the month of February, how is this energy going to be affecting us? Okay, so for a lot of air signs at the moment, I feel like there is a major sign of something that needs to be let go of. Something is not working. It's sending your emotions out of flack this month, and it's really, really going to take a bearing on you. You're going to really feel the weight of this, I want to say person, because it's all about something really coming together, but it could be a place as well. And it's showing to me that this emotion is going to be so overbearing that it's almost going to lead you to tears. It's going to feel like that physical sensation of like crying, feeling broken, feeling like something has to go. And for a lot of you, it feels like it's something you can't get rid of. It's something that you can't let go of easily, but it has to be done for everything to come together. This is the time for you to put that final piece into the puzzle before the spring energy starts coming through in March and really, really starts kind of giving the growth to your seeds that you've planted. So this is saying that February is a time for all air signs to really assess where their emotions are at with matters of the heart. I want to say with finances as well. So matters of finance and the heart are going to be really, really, really pinnacle in this energy. And it is going to feel like an overbearing weight. It's going to feel like something that's just taking it all out of you. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel nice. And for it all to come together, you are really, really going to have to let go. And this is going to give you that energy for the new. It's going to bring that fertile connection. It's going to bring that creative energy in. It's going to allow you to blossom the newness that you need coming into March. And it's really, really about you being able to be the phoenix that rises from this situation. It's about you being able to see the beauty and the amazingness that you are, air signs. It's really, really important that you rise from this. This isn't about being the phoenix in the ashes and kind of feeling sorry for yourself or feeling incapable of being able to go it alone. This is about you rising up, those flames burning so brightly on your wings, just looking so beautifully that you know you're going to be fine. You know that nothing else is going to get in your way, and you know that March is going to be fabulous. You have to really, really build up on your inner strength and your inner confidence to be able to push through and release this thing that no longer serves you. That's going to be really, really important for February. Moving now into the water signs, guys. So this is going to be for your Pisces, your Cancers, and your Scorpio energy. And let's see how February is going to go for you. I love this. Okay, so water signs. This is going to be a month for you to really stand in your power, really stand in your strength. Like, this is where you've kind of got to brush off your shoulders and literally say, I can do this. I have got this. And the main thing for water signs Yes, you are very emotional signs, and it's not a bad thing. But the problem is you're getting stuck in this whirlpool of self-judgment and being really harsh in the form of self-judgment as well. It's almost like you come up with ideas of how to grow, of how to be better, but you're the person that shoots them down. Before they even get out to the outside world, you've already shut them down. You're already going to say, no, I can't do this. You really hold a strong sense of judgment over yourself, water signs. And in February, you need to work really, really hard at letting this go, connecting to that strength, connecting to that confidence so that it can all come together, so that positivity can reign through. You've got a lot here in kind of like emotional balance, being able to really step into a space of controlling your emotions, being able to step into a space where even though they may feel heavy at sometimes, they're not going to completely weigh you down, they're not going to crash upon you. And you can do this by releasing that judgment and tapping into that inner strength throughout February. There's going to be things that make you want to judge yourself. There's going to be, I want to say, external factors, especially through this retrograde energy as well. There's going to be external factors and external people that are going to actually want you to bring judgment upon yourself. Maybe they're going to push for this judgment to be. They're going to put their judgment of you on top of you, and they want you to carry it. But your challenge is to override that, to tap into that strength so that you can have the emotional intelligence and balance to push forward. It's really about coming into a space of enlightenment when it comes to your emotions, water signs. It's really about taking control, stepping to that higher level and being able to sometimes just take yourself out of the box. Take yourself out of the box, affirm with you who you are, affirm with you how you're feeling, and then go back into the box with that beautiful knowledge and rise above as much as possible. Just like the lotus, you're rising out through the dirt to blossom as a beautiful flower, and nobody's going to get in your way. And it's really, really about your inner wisdom. It's about your intuition. Very much for water signs, I wanted to say the month of February, connect to yourself, listen to yourself, hear yourself, and really, really go with it. And don't just hear, listen, take heed, take the advice. That's what you're going to need to push forward this month, water signs. Okay, so moving into earth signs. Earth signs? Earth signs. This is going to be your Taurus, your Virgo, and your Capricorn energy. So moving into the earthy signs. Okay, so earth signs, this is really, 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 and I'm just going to say it the way that Spirit's saying. This month is not about being the fool. It's not about being the fool in the sense of procrastinating, putting yourself in a position that you're going to struggle with. But it's also not about being the fool in terms of not recognizing the growth, not recognizing the success, not recognizing all that you have. You have a way of really just putting your feet in the ground and being like, well, this is bad and this is how it's just going to be, and it's a bit stuck now, and that's where I'm at. There's no time for that kind of energy this month. It's very, very much about understanding the harvest is happening, and you need to get out there and you need to take up your crops. You need to get rid of the weeds and you need to reap your wins. Reap your wins. This is not the time for judgment. This is not the time to fear how people are seeing you or fear whether this is going to work or not. Your fears are literally a figment of your imagination, earth signs. You've got to stop. No longer paint yourself to be the clown when you know you are the king. There is no need for this anymore. You're regal. You're sitting in your power. You've done so much to grow. And now it's like, stop dragging your feet and pretending that you haven't done all of this. Stop dragging your feet and pretending that you're not winning when you know that you are. This is really, really about stepping into a new space. It's almost like initiating yourself into the new, really, really stepping into kind of like that chamber of light and saying, this is where I am. This is where I'm going to be. This is not the time to say, I used to be like this, or I used to do that, or this defines me, or this is this, or I'm broken because of this. You can wallow in that as much as you want, earth signs, but you're not going to get anywhere. This is the time now to be like, right, this is what I've done. This is what I've overcome. This is what I've worked on, and look at all that I've got to show for it. I am badass. Acceptance, 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 acceptance. It's time to just accept it. There's nothing more to it. It's not about you need to do this to be able to this or da-da-da-da-da. No, you've done it all. You've been working so hard, earth signs, so hard. Now it's time to allow yourself to just accept it. accept it, enjoy it, and live it. It's not about holding on to the bull by its horns anymore. You can let go because you're riding that bull and you know what way it's going. And even if there's a few bumps along the way, it doesn't change where you've came from. And this is what you need to do now, earth signs. Push forward so you can get everything, so you can hold it all in your hands and say that it is yours. Fire signs. So this is going for the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. And finding out how this February energy is going to be impacting upon you guys as a elementary sign. Okay, fire signs, don't be afraid to go into yourself this month. Don't be afraid to spend some time in silence, in your own mind, walking away from the chaotics of life, walking away from the busyness, walking away from the plans, the usual routine. Don't be afraid to break anew. And also as well, don't be afraid to keep that structure, but also break away in a sense of self. I really feel like for a lot of fire signs this month, there's going to be an activation of some emotions, and they're not necessarily going to be bad emotions, but you're going to need to feel them. You're going to need to understand them. You're going to need to understand how they work so you can move on from certain things. And when I say not in a bad way, I don't feel like this is horrible stuff that's going to be brought up for you fire signs. I just feel like it's little nooks and crannies and bits and bobs that just need to be smoothed out. They just need to be dusted away. They just need to be gone. And the way you're going to do that is by connecting with yourself, by really reclusing if you need to, be a hermit if you need to all this month. If you feel all of a sudden like there's a weekend where you may have had plans and you don't want to do it, feel no way, obviously within reason, to literally go back into that cave and say, yeah, not this week, I'm not feeling it. You guys are going to need it and you're going to benefit from it. Don't fight against it. So when you're feeling this, because fire signs, you want to keep going, you want to be in your passion, you want to be motivated, you don't want to let anybody down. But if you're feeling the call to stop and recluse, stop and recluse. It's essential for you to push forward and to leave stuff behind. And it's really like an awakening. It's like understanding that if you can push forward from this, you can really kind of give yourself a new set of eyes, if you want to say that. Being able to go into this understanding, being able to process in this way will really, really put you 10 steps forward rather than any form of steps back. And it's really about being in yourself. It's very much about an independent month, I want to say. That doesn't mean you can't interact with people, you can't do things with people, but it's very, very important to be in touch with self this month, and very, very important to put yourselves first this month, fire sign. Put yourself first. You are your number one priority, and without you, everything else will fail. So we're going to move into how the feminine energy is going to be working with us in February. So when we think about feminine energy, we're thinking about creativity, sensuality, sometimes passion, definitely a lot of emotion, very much being in touch with that divine entity that is the goddess within us all, both men and women. Oh, okay. So the divine feminine within us all this month is going to really, really be working on our mindset. It's going to be activating the way that we are thinking about ourselves, but bringing us into a space of contentment. So really, really pushing in this energy to find where you can be content and where you can, I want to say, become the chief. Become the chief in your life, become the chief of your emotions, become the chief of your creativity. I want to say it's about really finding a balance in this feminine energy. A lot of us are very logical, a lot of us are very masculine led, and this month is going to be really about bringing the feminine into your mindset, bringing the feminine out into how you work. So for a lot of, as I like to say, non-emotional people, this is about merging it together to find that contentment. You can't find it from just being emotional, and you can't find it from just being logical. So the divine feminine is working with us in February to really allow us to bring her into your mindset and really allow you to take charge. Almost, I can see standing on the top of a mountain, like, yes, I'm here, this is mine, and I've got it. And that feminine energy is going to allow you to create that, to give birth to that. Change and healing. A lot of healing. Double. I have to show you guys. Change and healing. Healing. This is all about healing. So this feminine energy is coming into our mindset to allow our minds to heal, allow those conditionings to be released, let the mothering energy flow through you, and let your body express yourself in whatever way you need to express yourself. Really connect with that energy. And for a lot of us, it would be an amazing time to perhaps work on some womb healing. Definitely for men and women to work on our sexual, intimate pasts as well. So cutting cords with past relationships, making peace with people, no longer holding grudges. That is where this feminine energy is taking us. Right, and then we will move into the masculine energy and how that is going to be affecting us for February also. So I'm just going to get the card set up. So, working on how the masculine energy is going to connect with us. So this is, again, the opposite of the feminine. This is the logical, this is the structure, this is the assertion, this is the logic of how things need to work. As I like to say, it's the action to the emotional. You need the both. It's the yin to the yang, if you want to call it that. Very, very much working on our power hub, our confidence, how we deliver ourselves, how we take charge. Okay, so interestingly, following from that feminine energy, it's all about us being able to hone into our skill set. So the masculine energy for us this month is really getting into our craft, our mastery. This is where you kind of say, you know what, this is what I'm doing. This is where I need to be. This is what I'm honing on. And that can be professional. It could be personal. It could be very much practical, but it's very much about you understanding and working with this masculine energy to let it feed in to what you're supposed to be doing. I can hear the word purpose, a lot of purpose within this. And again, purpose doesn't have to be professional. It can be personal as well. So this is really much about activating and working with that feminine energy, working with those emotions coming into our mindset. So it's almost like feminine and masculine are always working together. I think in the universe, we kind of feel like they're working apart, but they're not. They're gelled together. They slot together. This is how it works. So within the masculine energy, you've got this kind of like flow of emotion that's going to be happening, and you're going to use that flow of emotion from the feminine side to allow you to hone into this purpose, to allow you to hone into your craft, and in a logical way, take steps of how to make this embedded in your life. Really opening up your true future, really opening up for a lot of you. I feel like if you can hone into this masculine energy, you can really get into a space of this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing, and this is the practical action steps I need to take to get there. And really creating the newness, creating this new energy, almost having a spark, something ready to give birth. Again, March is the energy of spring. That is when everything starts coming into fruition, when all of your plants start growing. So February, it makes perfect sense that the masculine and the feminine energy is working together to allow us to grow in the right space, allow us to grow in our purpose. And it's important that we call out to that, we hone into that, and we really, really resonate and let it flow through us. So guys, those are your February overview readings. So again, broken down into the elementary signs, but also into that masculine and feminine energy. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'd really, really appreciate if you comment below, or if you like, definitely subscribe to the page. I'm going to be doing this on a monthly basis, and I am building up the YouTube in the background. So there will be a lot more stuff that is going to be coming out on here, and I want to keep it exclusive to YouTube. So if you do want to head over to our Instagram, which is @Tranquility, you will see loads of free sessions, loads of things that you won't see here, basically. But I love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear what you all think. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful day. Sending you love, high vibrations, and remember, you don't have to be weird to be spiritual. Love you guys.